Where to find voiceover opportunities in each genre. Part 1. This topic came about because of our admin, Cadden. Heidi and I wanted to understand the most challenging part of his voiceover career at this stage. His answer? Figuring out where to get opportunities in each voiceover genre. And we thought it was such a relatable topic that we wanted to share this with you. But once we dove into it, we realized, okay, this would be one long video or email newsletter, so we're gonna have to break it up. There's a lot of great stuff. So each week, we'll break down where you get the opportunities, how to find them or how to get on a roster, and who, what role or position do you have to market to. And each week, we'll do 4 different VO genres. Today, we're focusing on e-learning, museum tours, radio imaging, and toys. Before we get started though, if you struggle to create plans on how to contact agents or potential clients, Heidi and I created the Business Branding and Marketing course to help you do just that. And for the rest of July, it's 10% off. I'll link everything in the notes so you can check it out and see if you're interested. So let's get to it. The first voiceover genre, e-learning. The where, listing the top places to get e-learning opportunities, numbered by quantity of opportunities. Number 1, internal company rosters. 2, agents. And 3, online casting sites. Every now and then you'll get e-learning opportunities from agents or online casting sites, but for the most part, it comes from company rosters. So now we look to the how. The best way to find e-learning companies? Search on LinkedIn. Heidi reached out to an e-learning contact that she has who works at an actual company just to see if there were any hidden terms that we need to look out for. She said if you simply search for e-learning company, you should be able to find them. The cool thing about this is once you book something with one of these companies, it can turn into repeat work. They'll hire you again and again, maybe for new projects, but definitely for the updates. Now the who. When you're searching for e-learning companies, make sure to find the project manager. That's the person who's most often overhiring voiceover talent, or at least sending out the auditions. Voiceover genre number 2, museum tours. Where? Listing the top places to get museum tour opportunities. Online casting sites. John Marshall Media, previously Lantern here in Atlanta, does museum tours. So if you're on their roster, you could get opportunities that way. Most museums create their own audio tours, so online casting sites are the best resource. There are some international companies out there who specialize in museum tours, but of course that would be for people with non-American accents. If you want to check that out, it's the Orfeo Group. Next up, the how. We've seen museums or audio tour auditions pop up on online casting sites. However, if that's something that you're interested in, go the self-marketing route. Just searching on LinkedIn for a few minutes, you're going to find a few companies and at least a few people that you can market to. One such company is AcoustiGuide, and you can check them out at acoustiguide.com. And if you're bilingual or you speak many languages, make sure you put that in the subject line or at least in the beginning of your pitch when you contact them. Now the who. For audio tours, you're going to want to look for the producer. Smaller museums or tours may keep things in-house, so if you want to market to them, look for the program director. Third genre, radio imaging. Where? This is listing the top places to get radio imaging opportunities, numbered by quantity of opportunities. Number 1, agents, specifically Haas Management, The Mix Group, Atlas, Coat Management, ACM Talent, and Benstown. Number 2, individual radio stations. Now the how. Outside of agents, self-marketing to rosters or individual radio stations would be the way to go. So start with your local radio station. Who to market to? Primarily, you're going to want to connect with the program director. If the station's big enough, they should have an imaging director. There's also a production director or an operations manager. And if it's a really small radio station, you might even talk to the general manager, the GM. Heidi and I knew that from way back in the day in our radio days, but want to give a shout out to SCHNEIDER, who is an actual radio imaging guru. He also leads radio imaging workshops with us at the Atlanta Voiceover Studio, and he also teaches our Learn Pro Tools class at provoiceovertraining.com, so check that out if you need it. But with regards to radio imaging, before you contact a radio station and reach out, you will need a radio imaging demo. And bringing up Adam again, he also coaches radio imaging and he also does demos, and he's fantastic at it. Why? He's been at it for decades, not only voicing, but also producing for radio stations. I'll put all his information in the description if you want to either take a radio imaging workshop, private coaching, or learn Pro Tools. Think radio imaging might be up your alley? It is a cool genre and can be very lucrative. And finally, VO genre number 4 for today, toys. Where in the world do you get these opportunities? Well, here are the top places to get toy voiceover opportunities, numbered by quantity of opportunities. 1. Agents. Heidi actually reached out to the talent coordinator at Mattel, and according to him, they mainly work with agents. But They have actually hired from direct contact or word of mouth, which is great news in case you don't have an agent. They also keep in mind talent who have ranked highly on a project but just haven't booked yet. Now the how. Even though the majority of talent get booked through agents, it is never a bad idea to create relationships with those involved in these projects. The people who are hiring voice talent for these toys. Just a few seconds, I've got some titles for you to search for to help you. Now the who. Our contact at Mattel said the role that you want to look for is the talent coordinator, at least at Mattel. Now, Mattel's a big company, so smaller companies might not have the same title or specific role dedicated like that. You may also want to connect with any sound design engineer, creative director, or producer. Remember, you never know who you're going to run into who has contacts that you need. But don't do it just to use them. Do it to make a genuine connection, like always. Now, with all the voiceover genres that we mentioned, there are exceptions to the rule. However, what we just went over is where the majority of the opportunities come from. And just like gardening, you could throw some seeds to the side of the road and then hope that something sprouts, or you could focus on putting seeds in actual soil that you know will most likely sprout. Same thing with voiceover and reaching out to people. That's where to find voiceover opportunities, part 1. Part 2 is coming up in a week, and it's power-packed with even more info for you. So if you like this video and you think that it could help you in your voiceover career, please give us a like, share it with another talent you think may benefit from it, and subscribe. It's a simple, no-cost way to help us out, and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and cheers to you and your voiceover journey.